Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with all the players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to the Arsenal. Now, first of all, let's kick off with the Community Shield yesterday. Fantastic victory for Arsenal over Chelsea, getting that monkey off our back, breaking that hoodoo of Mourinho always seeming to get him one over us, and we got one over him yesterday. And particularly at the end of the game, I love the Wenger non-handshake. At the end of the game, it was classic. Mourinho waiting at the bottom of the stairs, shaking everybody's hand, and then he gets to Arsene Wenger, and Wenger just sideswipes him, sidesteps him, and didn't shake his hand. And I tell you, I along with most of the fans inside the ground, were killing ourselves with laughter when we saw that. Listen, it probably wasn't the right thing for Wenger to do, but I can see why he's done it. This man is a man that game after game, week after week, is always talking about Wenger, called him a specialist in failure, always disrespecting the guy. Now you're waiting down the stage, you want to shake his hand. Get lost, mate. We don't want to shake your hand. It was a good victory by Arsenal. And particularly what I liked about Arsenal yesterday in winning that Community Shield was the fact that I saw two teams out there in Chelsea and Arsenal that there's no difference between the two teams. I saw two top teams. Let's be fair. In times gone by, when we've played Chelsea, they've been a level above us. They've had better players than us. But now I'm seeing the emergence of an Arsenal team that is on exactly the same level as Chelsea. And yesterday, we deserved to win that game. We deserved to win that game. We had, they had a couple of chances, yes, but so did we. We had chances where we could have won the game by a bigger margin. The way we defended, the discipline we showed, I am seeing the emergence of a team that if they stay fit this season and possibly make a couple of good additions, can win the Premier League. It has the ability to win the Premier League. And as I said, it's on the same level as Chelsea, and Chelsea are the champions. So it's very, very encouraging what I saw there yesterday. And the winning mentality that there is at the moment at Arsenal is very good. All right. People will say Tin Pot Cups, Asia Cup, Emirates Cup, and now the Community Shield, as somebody called it yesterday, the pre-season treble. But it's all about a winning mentality. It's all about every game you go out to play, you want to win that game, every single game. And I like the mentality at the moment. I like how certain players are performing at the moment. And Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain yesterday, absolutely brilliant goal. This guy, I said it before the match in an interview with 100% Chelsea. I said, this guy can be our Hazard. He can be a star player. And it was excellent. And Chelsea fans coming up to me, yeah, but Diego Costa weren't there. And then I had to remind them, but hold on a minute, Alexis Sanchez weren't playing. And then they went quiet like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, okay. Right. The teams are evenly matched. We have got a good chance this year. But what if we added Karim Benzema to that? How good would Arsenal be? Well, Wenger, of course, in classic Wenger style yesterday, was asked about the transfer. Of course, there was a lot of rumours going around after that big story that was in the AS newspaper, Spanish publication, yesterday in Spain, where they were claiming that Wenger's been cleared to sign him. They've also going to put in a bid of £45 million, etc., etc., etc. Wenger asked about it, just very quickly said, no, honestly, no. They asked him, you looking to sign Karim Benzema? No, honestly, no. That was it. That's all he said. To me, that's classic Wenger. Classic Wenger. There's yes, he's dismissed the rumour that he's going to sign him, but do we all believe him? If there's a possibility of this happening, trust me, Wenger will try and make it happen, and that is for sure. And I just felt that was yesterday. That was a classic Arsene Wenger brush off, and there's still legs in this deal. It all depends, and I know again It's me saying what I've been saying all throughout the window. But it all depends on Real Madrid. It depends on lots of things happening. But if there is a sneak that it could happen, I reckon it's definitely something that can happen. Because, my understanding is that Benzema, if he leaves Real Madrid, which he doesn't want to do, Benzema does not want to leave Real Madrid, just like Ozil before didn't want to leave Real Madrid, just like Alexis Sanchez didn't really want to leave Barcelona. You don't want to leave these clubs. But if the chance is going to come along and Real Madrid say, well, you know what, we're going to take the money because we're going in a different direction or whatever, Benzema, his preferred place to go to is Arsenal. So let's just wait and see what happens with that. And very interestingly, a couple of weeks ago, when speaking about Chuba Akpom, Arsene Wenger said that he's not going anywhere anyway. Either he said that Chuba Akpom is going to be staying at Arsenal this year. He's not going to be going out on loan. Those were the words of Arsene Wenger, who yesterday said no, honestly, no, on Karim Benzema. However, what's happening today? Looks like Chuba Akpom's on his way to Hull City, as we reported a few days ago. Steve Bruce, talking to the local press up there in Hull, said, I'm very confident that we've got Chuba. Hold on. Wenger said he's not going anywhere. This is what some people say to me the other day. Look, Wenger said he's not this. Wenger said, I said, listen, this is the transfer dealings. And Arsene Wenger is a guy, he does not openly come out and say, yeah, we're definitely going to sign someone. Yeah, we're definitely... Only time you hear Wenger say that is when the deal's practically done. He's not Harry Redknapp, who, like, be on the radio, be in the news on Sky telling everybody, yeah, we put a bid in for him. Yeah, we're really interested in him. He doesn't do business like that, Arsene Wenger. He doesn't. If you just study him over the years, you study his MO, he doesn't. What Wenger will do, he'll deny it, he'll play it down. The only time you hear him admitting that there's interest is right at the end of the deal, when it looks like it could happen. Or sometimes when he's failed to sign a player, be like, yeah, we were in for him. But Wenger and Arsenal as a whole, very secretive on transfers. Good news on Nacho Monreal, who again was excellent yesterday. This guy has got to be one of the most improved players at Arsenal. When he first came into Arsenal, he was getting ridiculed. When start of last season, when he went in and was playing centre back, there was fans coming on this channel, Monreal this, Monreal that. Big credit goes to this guy. He's turned it all around. That spell playing as a central defender has really helped the defensive side of his game, and he's become such an important player, keeping a player as good as Kieran Gibbs out of the team. And we've been told that Monreal's going to be signing a contract extension, room to be getting him onto £75,000 a week, ending all this speculation that's been flying around all summer over there in Spain, that he's going to be going back to Spain to play for Atletico Bilbao. Monreal not going anywhere. Very important part of Arsene Wenger's team right now defensively, and Monreal will be signing a contract extension. Linked today as well to this young goalkeeper. He's only 15 years of age now. Again, very interesting. We spoke about the youngster Benatia yesterday, who signed for Arsenal, who was supposed to be going to Manchester City, changed his mind to join the Arsenal youth setup. This kid was training with Manchester United, was there on trial, has decided to come to Arsenal now. And again, it's good signs. It's good signs, because a lot of Arsenal signing up a lot of youngsters into the youth setup, which has really dipped over the past few years, the youth team. But Arsenal at the moment seem to be getting it together, picking up good players in the UK, going around Europe, picking up a lot of the elite youngsters, and really getting that academy together again. And this is the latest addition, Yao Virginia. So look out for him. Only 15 years of age, and a goalkeeper. And he is going to be joining Arsenal. This rumour, again, it's been around for a couple of weeks now. Johan Gourcuff, remember, we were linked with him forever, and he's available. He's at Lyon. I think he was last season. He was on loan at Bordeaux. 29 years of age now. He's available on a free transfer. Once the golden boy of French football, once considered like one of the best, most talented midfielders around. I keep saying once, but he's available on a free transfer. And I think because of all the years of him being linked with Arsenal, that is why these links seem to be emerging. But I don't think there's anything in it. You only have to look at the midfield yesterday and just the team as a whole. And as I said, I was so encouraged because you just look in every position and there seems to be like 2 players to fill every single position. And, you know, especially in midfield, Santi Cazorla, Ozil, you still got, you know, Jack Wilshere, who didn't even play yesterday. You've got Ramsey, you've got Alexis Sanchez, who didn't play yesterday, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Theo Walcott. Where is Gourcuff going to play? You've got René Adelaide, who didn't play yesterday. You know, you've got a whole host of youngsters fighting to come through. I can't see it happening. The only position in that midfield where I feel we could do with some backup is the position of defensive midfielder. And at the end of the day, I suppose there's even backup to that because you've got Mikel Arteta and Flamini's still there. All right, they're not ideal for a lot of fans, but they are cover for the very excellent Francis Coquelin, who again yesterday I thought played really well up against Matic, really showed his Spurs. So Johan Gourcuff, can't see it happening. Maybe, I don't know, if I was a club like a Leicester or somebody like that, I'd be thinking to myself, Johan Gourcuff might make a good signing. But for Arsenal, definitely he's missed the boat. And finally, linked today with Denis Cherchev. This guy's 24 years of age. He's a Russian player who's actually come up through the Real Madrid youth system. Just not getting any game time. He's left-footed, talented left winger, just not getting any game time. This is the thing when you're playing for a club like Real Madrid. And the Spanish publication Fiches claimed that Arsenal are having a look at him, are interested in him. Again, I can't see it happening. Too much firepower in all those areas. I remember, I just even forgot Danny Welbeck, who you can throw into playing out on the wings as well. So just cannot see that one going down. But again, linked to Arsenal, that is not the player from Real Madrid, right? That all Arsenal players want to see come in. It's the other one, Benzema, who plays up front. That's the one we want to see coming in to the Arsenal. Okay, let's get into a couple of your comments. Starting off here with Hardeep Channa. He says, bring back Carlos Vela. He's world class. Oh, he's not world class. Come on, Hardeep. Good player, but not world class. But anyway, listen, he tries to back up his argument. He says he scores 15 or more goals a season. He's extremely clinical. If you ever watch him play, he's a big name, big game player. He scored against Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid. Plus, he destroyed Manchester United in the Champions League. He can play up top and on the flanks. And if you want more proof, look at his international record recently. Please, Robbie, will you see this? I saw it. I don't agree with you, Hardeep. I think he's a very, very good player, Hardeep. He is a top player. But when he was at Arsenal, I just don't think the Premier League suited him. He works better in a league like La Liga because I think it's less physical. But when he was in sort of the very physical games in the Premier League, he just seemed to just not be strong enough. And I don't think he's the type of striker that Arsenal need. And I wouldn't go back to bring in back Carlos Vela. I think he's done very well in Spain and will continue to do so. DJ Trick Z says, if Benzema joined Arsenal, he would play better than he would, or he is playing at Madrid, because at Madrid he's being overshadowed by Ronaldo. Just like how Sanchez, when he left Barcelona, he improved because he was no longer being overshadowed by Messi and Neymar. All right, so that's a good one. The Terminator Tivo says, Costa world class on what planet? We was talking yesterday about Diego Costa being, considered world class. I very controversially said I don't think he's world class. I just think he's a very, very, very good striker. But he's not done it on the world stage to be called world class. For me, he's still got a lot to do on that. Very good player, but he gets hampered by injuries, but very, very good player. And CJE James says, why don't we just sign Morata? If he's possible for Madrid, then he must be possible for Arsenal. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad shout. We were after Morata before he went to Juventus. Arsene Wenger likes Morata. We were after Morata, but I don't know. You get the feeling that Morata's happy at Juventus, but the one club that he would probably turn around and say, right, I'm leaving to go to would be Real Madrid. So, and then you'd have the risk that you sign Morata. This is, again, there's a problem when you sort of buy players that come up through a certain system of a club. So you'd have the risk of a guy like Morata coming to Arsenal, performing really, really well, and then next minute, you know, Real Madrid are hovering to bring him back. And then you get the Cesc Fabregas situation all over again. But listen, it's still all about Benzema. Will he, won't he? Arsene Wenger dismissing the rumours. I'm not 100% convinced. Still got a long way to go to find out if we'll be signing him or who will be signing. But one thing for sure, and I'm going to leave you with this, there's one signing that Arsenal have made so far this season who proved yesterday that he just might be the signing of the season. Thanks for watching and look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow.